Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. And wait, what? Why do I have a chart up on the screen? Dude, it's been so long since I've actually done any charting of Hedera Hashgraph on this channel. I mean, it's honestly been like, what, about a week? Maybe 2 weeks? I don't even know. So, honestly, I figured, why not actually kind of analyze this chart? I haven't analyzed it for quite some time. People are probably like, what? Dude, like, has he given up on, like, NETA or anything? Like, listen, when we're looking at this, this looks horrible, right? People are like, dude, this is going to zero. What are you talking about? It's doing nothing. The funny thing about this is the fact that we've been in such a long consolidation period where it's the idea of, where do we go next? What are we going to see? Are we going to see another, drop to, 16 cents? What's happening? So realistically, when we look at this, we also have to look at how long have we been in this consolidation zone. So it's been about 123 days. 1, 2, 3. How funny is that? So 123 days of pure consolidation. And when we talk about this, right, I see a lot of people making these weird like price assumptions where they're just like, yeah, maybe $2 by 2025. It's like $2 by 2025. Are you like, have a little bit of faith? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this is literally a breakthrough technology in crypto that could ultimately change the game for any asset in this space. So when we look at the price, and we say, yeah, maybe $2 this bull run, it's just comical to me. So let's actually look at the weekly for this. Looks like a juicy little bull flag if you actually look at it. But when we look at this, right, and we go from our current price, so we're basically like right on 18.5, and we actually go to about $2 because that's where everybody thinks that that's pretty much the stopping point by 2025. That's only a 979% of an increase in price. That is why when I say, or when I talk about, Hedera Hashgraph, it's like a lot of people think that like $2 is such a big target point to actually break or even get to. When we look at, past prices for a lot of assets, even like Cardano and like Dogecoin, their market caps are astronomically high. I mean, they were insane if you actually think about it. I believe Dogecoin hit like, I think it was like 75 cents. I want to say like 75 cents or something like that. And when we're talking about like assets like that are hitting these massive price points, that's ridiculous. So that's why when we even talk about like HBAR going to $2 for an example, which is only a 979% of an increase in price. Hey, look at my little doodles up here, honestly. But no, those drawings up there are legitimate factors on where I actually see Hedera Hashgraph going. So when we talk about basically Dogecoin, I don't talk about Dogecoin because I hate the asset or anything like that. Like honestly, if you made money off of it, congratulations. I hope that you took profit. But it was at about a $96.5 billion market cap. And I see a lot of people concerned about how much HBAR is actually in circulation and saying, we can't hit these massive targets up here. My personal target right here is at $10, and my actual targets are at about $3 and also $6 overall. So from current prices, it's only about 1,000% of an increase in price, but I've already analyzed this. I've already even talked about where we were at the lowest point as well, which was back even here, which is about like a 24,000% of an increase in price. But these are like 2019 prices, which isn't too far away. It's only about like almost 2 years ago now, which is crazy to even think about. But realistically speaking, I would most likely go off of the March of 2020 prices, which we could actually kind of go off of this wick here on March 9th. So it's about an 11,540% of an increase in price, which is a little bit more of a stretch, but it's nothing too crazy that we haven't seen in the past. Now, if we go to, for an example, $10, which is my personal target, me not being too conservative, it's about a 58,102% of an increase in price. And when we look at other assets and what they did, this actually kind of seems a little bit more realistic, honestly, especially when you compare it to most assets. Now, we do have this. This is the coin perspective here. And this is actually comparing it to Dogecoin's market cap right now. Basically, the price of one HBAR would have to be equivalent to $2.57, an upside of about 13x, which 13x is not unheard of in crypto at all. Now, when we're talking about the actual all-time high, I think it's like 96.5 billion. Let's actually look at what that would be. So we'll just go 96 and then 5. So let's see, 1 second. There we go. So our price would actually have to be, that's actually funny, that's on the dot of $10 basically. It would have to be worth $10.78 for an equivalent of a 59x of an increase in price. This is not a significant price increase at all. This is actually realistic if we look at even past markets. Now, the overall market cap would be at about $96.5 billion. But is that a extremely high market cap for something like HBAR? Because me personally, when I look at that market cap and I'm just like analyzing, the use cases and the overall value behind HBAR and what it's going to unlock for a lot of these companies, especially Coupon Bureau and MVC and what they're doing with stored vaccines and stuff. It kind of seems like that's undervalued still. And I even said we could probably get to $35 by 2025, and I even said that $35 could be possible this year or this bull run, depending on the FOMO event. But obviously, we need more listings, right? We need more volume overall. That's why I even say Coinbase would help extremely, and also even when we're talking about for an example, 2025, I think $35 to even $100 is very achievable in 2025 by that time. Now, when we look at other things regarding this, right, when we look at the current chart, so let me remove this, and let's actually kind of zoom back in on the 1 day. So when we're analyzing this and we're actually looking at this, things kind of seem apparent, which right now we are above 18.5 cents, and it looks like we are starting to move up a little bit more. We actually found a little bit of support, if you will, and I don't even, honestly, if we look over here at the market currently, Bitcoin is pumping up a little bit. It is up about 1.14%. I just seen it at about 31.3K, and I don't think that we're going to be, insanely pumped, but I do think that we could see possibly 35K over the weekend. I mean, that would be incredible overall. But I'm not too concerned on that, right? We already know about the overall unlock that Grayscale is going to have for Bitcoin, which I still don't think it's going to have a massive, aspect for the price. I don't think that's going to pretty much fluctuate the price at all. But when we look at this, right, and we are now seeing this line being broken, I just actually made a horizontal line, but we could actually see that we bounced off of support from July 5th and also even June 29th. This is a strong support zone at that 17.6 zone, which I had this on the chart before, but it was way too cluttered, and I honestly couldn't even stand it because you really couldn't see what's going on. But at least now you can. So obviously, we did break about 20 cents a little bit, but we couldn't really clear too much divergence. For example, we broke the 50-day MA. We needed to really break this. This is the 200-day MA, which a lot of these MAs are actually pretty low still, right? Even when we look at the 100-day is actually up at about 24.7. It's actually funny, 24.7, but that is not a big price point to break when we're still, even if we look at the overall price adjustment that it would have to make to get to that, it's only about a 32% of an increase in price, almost 33%, which I could see that being broken very soon. Now, I hope that we don't break that line here, because if we do, we'll probably see an event like this where we do come back down and most likely retest 16 cents or something like that. So things are looking good for the most part in terms of price action on HBAR. Don't know what a lot of people are saying, where they're saying, it's performing weakly or it's, it's not doing things. Now, when we look at what it's doing on the HBAR Bitcoin chart, now, if few lines here. Overall, we did regain support. We are still above the 100-day. We are also still above the 50 and the 200. The 200 down here is very low. But this chart looks very bullish. I mean, honestly, like, this is a pure sideways trading since even back in March of 2021. So this is actually crazy to me how strong this has been. You know, we broke down below support a little bit here and there on that 503 sats, but so far we have been holding very strong, and this looks incredible, especially when we compare it to the Bitcoin chart. This is the Bitcoin pair. So a lot of people say that this looks it doesn't look good. It looks weaker compared to Bitcoin, but honestly, this looks very strong compared to Bitcoin. And even when we talk about the idea that, could HBAR be, for an example, because I know a lot of people are even saying this on my last video, basically separating or decoupling, if you will, from Bitcoin. Honestly, yeah, I mean, we could be decoupling, but more price action would have to ensue because, right now we are trading on a little bit of a resistance point at about 18.5 cents. So until we are really up in here and we're basically retesting 20 cents, I'm not going to justify us basically breaking out. I mean, we just spiked, as you guys just watched. We spiked, it was like a fraction of a cent, but we are spiking pretty well here. Now, I don't know too much about what the buys look like right now. I just don't care to check that currently. But I do know that right now things are looking juicy if you look at the 15-minute, which I don't like to look at the 15-minute or anything like that, but that is basically what the candle looks like on the 15-minute. Looks like we pumped up and regrasped that 18.5 cents. So it looks great. Price action looks juicy. I think that we could have a little bit of a juicy pump this weekend, like I said, but who knows what Monday has in store for us as the indices pretty much reopen and stuff. But we are currently, pumping, if you will. So this is very exciting to see. Who knows what's going to happen here? But price action does look strong. We do look strong comparing it to the Bitcoin pair as well. So who knows? We could be decoupling. We could be seeing a massive pump here very soon. So we'll see what ends up happening. So nonetheless, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys could always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.